right, y'all. We have Kep 1969 bringing us his Notre Dame castle that he has made here. This was done for, I want to say, Jan's Friendly French contest that he did. Correct me down there in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what this one was done for. Absolutely stellar build here. Cold Sore Man, chime in on this. What do you think? Because I know you've seen this one before in the showcase that was done for this. So, what's your take on this one, man?
Always excited to see another Kep build. Kep 1969 is definitely a revered content creator, or I should say, builder in Planko, and it's really cool to see it put into this contest again. I'm excited to kind of get into it and kind of check it out.
Yeah, definitely. It's really cool. This is such an interesting and exciting and fun challenge to be doing with you guys because we get to see a second life on some of these builds that have maybe only been given one spotlight. Maybe some of the entries here have never been given a spotlight before either. So this is just a really, really cool way to showcase these. And I'm super excited to just show off every single one of these builds. We have a lot of entries for this. And the more I zoom around this, man, the more I just realize like how much layering and detail and just time has been put into this. This is sheer absurdity. I mean, as we scroll and scale up this thing, just every layer that has been put into it, the depth of all of it. You could almost say that it's too much, but at the same time, like it fits very much with the theme of this era and its kind of architecture style. Everything was overdone, very flashy. It had insignias on it, it had crests on it, so it very much fits the vibe. And you guys already know we're gonna have to get a quick peek at this thing at nighttime. I know this is one of Cold Sore's favorite times to look at things in this game. He is a big fan of the nighttime and the lighting. So, Cold Sore, man, we'll let you talk a little bit more here, just about any kind of like final thoughts on this thing as we get some close looks at the details.
I like how articulate Kep gets with his builds with the pieces that are available inside Planko. So what I've noticed that he does really well with is he takes particular pieces and he shapes it into things like the windows. He'll take some of these pieces and just stack them, do things that really pop to the eye to help produce exactly what he's looking for in the detail of his builds. And I really do appreciate looking at these things because it is really truly amazing to watch a Planko creator kind of take the time to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that, man. And seeing Kep from what he was doing up to this, and even things that he's done past this now, the advancements that he's making are absolutely crazy. So, Kep, I look forward to what you do in the future, man. Thank you so much for entering this, taking part, and throwing this thing back out there for us, so we could get another spotlight up for it. Guys, we're gonna move right along to the next one. Cold Sore, thank you for joining me on this one, and we're gonna keep it pushing.
Man, what is this absolute pile of junk that we have here? Oh, wait, it's junk by Ratspit. That's right, guys. Up next, we have Junk by Ratspit. He has entered a coaster for this one, a very nicely made footprint here, as you guys can see. This thing is super cool. There's so much packed in here. I can't believe that this is actually 4,000 pieces when you look at it with the way that everything is just so compacted in here. Cold Storm, give me some thoughts just looking at this thing right off the bat here.
Yeah, looking at this, like this is definitely a junkyard. I have yet to see something like this, and it blows my mind seeing this. I'm excited to kind of check this out.
Yeah, man, me too. This is absolutely insane. I built a junkyard myself, and it. Let's just say I'm not going to show it off after seeing this. I'm going to remove it from the workshop, and it'll just never exist again. Ratspit, you have the ultimate Planko junkyard. Congratulations. Let's hop on this ride. Here we go. It's junk. All We're going way up here on this one, huh? It's not playing around. It's like the most intimidating type of lift hill.
What kind of junk are we gonna get into here?
Oh boy.
Nice. We just rode junk, and I'm gonna tell you straight up, if there was a ride where I was riding through a junkyard, this would be the ride I want to do. Looking at this, this looks like a legitimate junkyard. I don't know how Ratspit pulled this off, but it's super cool. We've got cars stacked up, we've got machinery going. It's very immersive. How else to say going through a junkyard that I can't say anything else. This is super cool. I've not seen anything like this, and the ride itself, even the coaster, was really well done. But like going through this junkyard, I've never seen something like this. Again, I'll say it. If I was to have we had a theme park that had a junkyard, or let's say there's a junkyard that had a roller coaster in it. This is how it's done, folks. What do you think, Claudes?
Man, I totally agree. This is absolutely stellar. This coaster was buttery smooth. It had just a gloss put onto this thing before they tested it this day because, man, there was not a single jarring moment. There was not anything where I felt like the G-forces would have been too high. Absolutely stellar coaster from Ratspit. Always made good coasters, but this I think is definitely next level of his game with this one. And just like you said, the junkyard aspect of it, man, it is so hard in this game to make something look run down and dilapidated. So the fact that he's pulled it off here as well as he has is just so unique to see. It is distinctly a Ratspit build. If you guys know his work, you'd be able to tell that. If you don't know his work, I mean, why not? What's your excuse? Go look him up on the workshop, guys. Give him a thumbs up. Cold Sword, thank you again for reviewing this one with me, man. We are going to keep moving right on into the next one.
In an exceptionally rare moment for challenges and contest amongst Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo, y'all, we have an entry by the one and only Iron Matty himself with his Swan Lake boat ride that he has done here. I've actually seen this thing before. I'm not sure if it's ever been properly spotlighted outside of maybe his own channel. And he submitted this one to be spotlighted for this showcase and for this challenge. So I'm super, super excited to get in here and show this thing off to you guys. This is a really, really neat idea. First up for this, I think we'll have a little look at the custom designed swan boats that he's done here. Very spacious, very roomy, can actually fit quite a few people into these things. They tend to be a little bit smaller from what I've seen in real life with not as much capacity. And unless the UK, it's different. You know, I am in America, he is in the UK, so maybe it's different. But either way, I like this. This would be a lot of throughput if you put it into an actual park. It seems like there's a lot of swan boats around as well, so I could see this being a capacity hog and just getting people through the lines, man. So very neat. I like the way that you've connected the tires down here to the tracking and given it a little support system there in the front and the back. Very well designed boats. I like these a lot. And we'll get a little overhead shot of this thing here as well. Kind of take a look at the whole area of it. Ignore the terraining around the outside. That's all me. That's just my poor work put into some of the terrain around the edging, but that's not why we're here. We're here to look at this. And really liking this, man. This is really cool. Thank you, Matty, for submitting this. I think I'll get us a night shot real quick here before we move on. And there we go, everybody. We got a nicely lit little pond out here All the boats seem to have their own custom blue lighting in them there as well to kind of give the guest the ability to see if they're on this thing at night. I really like this build, Maddie. Again, thank you so much for submitting this for this challenge, man. Super awesome to see you enter into one of these and give us something of yours to showcase. It's not too often I feel like you as a spotlighter get spotlighted. So very appreciative of the ability to do this, man. Thanks again. All right, here we are at the Old Grist Mill. This one is by Cold Sore OMG. He's given us this to check out. It is also not a full park like some of these others, but you know what? We're going to showcase these anyway, guys. Planet Coaster has not been getting as much love as some of our other games like Planet Zoo and things like that have as far as showcases and spotlights and things. There's not too many people that are still doing it. But at any rate, we're going to take a look at this custom build that he has done of the Old Gristmill, guys. I'm really excited to get down and check out these little details on this thing. Custom little boat down here in the front. I really like this, kind of built like almost like barge style with how it's flat. Very neat there. Come around here. I love the way that you've layered into all this. Very detailed, very textured. It's very dimensional. You don't have just like flat walls and flat space. You've made sure everything kind of stuck out with oh, what do you call this? A sluice? Or I forget what these things. There's a proper name for these water transports here that kind of run down, but you've got it coming down off of the water wheel there. So very, very neat. Really, really like this little build. You guys could slap this in so many different varieties of parks and different builds. All right, and then we'll also kind of peer around the back of this thing at night as well. I saw a little sign over there at the base of our waterfalls that said to give it a look at night. Very well done around the back side of this as well. I'll take a little peek inside off camera if there's anything in there detailed inside the building. I'll show it to you guys. If there's not, then I just won't. But I don't want to pop through the door on the video just yet. I'm trying to avoid doing that a little bit more because sometimes there's nothing back there and it's just like, you broke the illusion. But at any rate, Cold Sore. Very, very cool build, man. Really, really like this. Thank you so much for submitting this for a spotlight. And we're going to keep moving on to the next one, everybody.